Well, late this afternoon, the country received some shocking news, very sad news. So Pastor BJ Ngosa posted this on his personal page. He says, "We regret to announce that Matthew Ngosa has gone to be with the Lord. Updates to be shared soon." And then he finishes that post. So he was the man that announced the death of a legendary gospel musician, Matthew Ngosa. And for those that may not know, Matthew Ngosa is the man that is behind a famous song called Ukulolera, Mamorandolera. The album Umutima Wande is one of the best albums that has ever come out of Zambia. He was a very highly celebrated musician from the 2000. He shaped that phase of gospel music. It was him, Jojo Mwangaza, and a few others, but him and Jojo Mwangaza stood out in the 2000s. He was like the lead of that crop for a decade. This album has hits on it. Ukulolera, Umutima Wandi itself, just a number of songs on this album. So that is Matthew Ngosa. So the announcement came from the brother. So the people that you see on screen on the far left, that's Ngosa. That's the youngest amongst the brothers. And then that's Pastor Ronnie Kenori, if I'm not mistaken, the one from the US, the one that's light skinned amongst them. And then right next to him, that is Matthew Ngosa. And then on the far right, that's Pastor BJ Ngosa, the man that announced the death of Matthew Ngosa earlier on this afternoon. Hari Karaba also shared a message. We are profoundly shocked at and deeply saddened by the passing of our beloved minister of the gospel through song, Matthew Ngosa. That's Hari Karaba, and then he writes his eulogy or remembrance of Matthew Ngosa there. Fred Membe also went condolences message on the passing of Matthew Ngosa. It is with profound sadness that we extend our deepest condolences to the family and friends and fans of Matthew Ngosa, renowned Zambian gospel musician who was passed away after a short illness, says Fred Membe. Matthew Ngosa was not only a gifted artist, but also a true compatriot whose music inspired and uplifted countless souls across our nation. His dedication to spread the gospel through his melodious tunes has left an indelible mark on the hearts of many Zambians. In these difficult times, let us find solace in the legacy he leaves behind, a legacy of faith, hope, love, and unlove. We mourn his loss and we mourn his loss deeply and celebrate the extraordinary life he lived. May his soul rest in eternal peace. So says Fred Membe there. And then Boma Lusambo rushed to the funeral house later on in the evening because when Pastor Vijay was announced the death, it was later in the afternoon. And then Boma Lusambo did this. So patriotic, this was posted by the Smart Eagles. Patriotic Fund member of the Central Committee, Honorable Bowman Lusambo, visits the funeral house of the late, highly celebrated legendary gospel artist, Matthew Ngosa, who passed away in Lusaka early today. Honorable Lusambo and the late Mr. Ngosa were close friends. Mr. Ngosa died while receiving treatment at the University Teaching Hospital earlier today. We await more details from the family of the deceased. So at this point in time, the family has not stated what the gospel musician died from, but they've said more details are yet to come, but he died earlier on. So this detail of him dying in UTH came from that page. Otherwise, what was shared by Pastor BJ Ngosa was simply saying he has passed on, and more details are yet to come. But as you can see, they've gathered at the funeral house. So that's Boma Lusambo and a number of people around there. And I've seen even artists are organizing themselves, Zambian artists, to make contributions and visit the funeral house as they set up everything. I'm sure more details will be given to the nation. with regard to that happened. But if you remember, Pastor B. Ngosa, a year ago, the man that shared the death of Matthew Ngosa had lost his family, his son and his wife in an accident. So pretty much she's been mourning or remembering them throughout this year because the accident happened in 2023. So pretty much she's been remembering his wife and stuff like that. And now, like just slightly a year afterwards, he loses his brother. People are crediting him to say he's a strong man. He can only be so strong for so long. So he says, it's exactly 1 year today since the accident happened, and you, my Jesus, remained faithful, a faithful friend. Thank you. So this was posted in March. So pretty much, if you go through his post this year, it's pretty much remembering his son, his wife. So you find those pictures over that. And then just slightly a year later on, he loses his brother. So this was posted in April. He says, my wife and son, their impact remains firm and unmoved. Indeed, it's what you do while alive that remains in our minds and continues speaking even after you are gone. So he kept on sharing those memories that he shared with his wife and kid. He says, each day without you is bad, my man, meaning his son there. And then it's been pretty much, if you go to his platform, it's pretty much been encouraging people who've lost loved ones. And so he's been doing live streams and he's been doing a series. So he asked the question here, this was in May. He said, the death of a child or a spouse, which one hurts more? And then he does an explanation based off his own experience, and has been doing that. But he's been remembering his wife, and so every now and then he changes his profile picture or a cover page to memories of him and his wife throughout. This was like 6 days ago. This is Pastor BJ Ngosa. I posted this 6 days ago. He says, custodian too, the surviving spouse, the hidden pen. So you can see it's just, he's still mourning, pretty much. He's still mourning the loss of his wife, the loss of his child. This was posted the 6 days ago. And then people keep on encouraging him, say he's strong and stuff like that. But the reality is he's still in pain. And before he could even heal from that pain, he's lost his young brother because he's the older brother to the late Matthew Ngosa. So the baby you see on the back there, that's the one that he lost in that accident that he kept on sharing. So now look at this. So after he lost his wife and child in that accident, he decided after a couple, some time had passed, on August the 4th, 2023, today, right now, as I am doing this live stream, this is 1st August 2024. So he put up a stream just slightly 4 days after today, on August 4th, 2023, where he was explaining what he's been going through after losing his wife and kid. And then even Hari Kalava commented on this post to say, this man, because it's been always, everyone that remember the funeral of his wife and child would say, no, he's a strong man and everything, but the man is in pain still. In February, I posted this to say, two brothers on a journey of recovering all. And then the man that you see on the right with glasses on, that is Matthew Ngosa, the one that has died today. And then the man on the left is the one that put up the post announcing the death of his brother. So he's been recovering from the death of his son and wife, and then today has lost a brother who he was confiding in here on this picture, saying recovering whole. Recovering everything. But and then people, Peter Nyenda says, you shall recover. You shall both recover all. Then they're in the comment section. And then this is still Pastor BJ Ngosa. So we are not defined by the difficulties we face, but by the defiance of our faith in Christ and His word, BJ Ngosa. So in as much as he's been mourning, he's got time to encourage others. He's been through it all. So that's the kind of man that PJ Ngosa is. But in some sad news also, Petauke, Member of Parliament, JJ Banda, if you remember from yesterday's live stream, it was announced to say the Speaker of the National Assembly was going to give a statement with regard to the situation of JJ Banda and stuff like that. So that statement was overshadowed by the news that broke to say JJ Banda was in a bad state. His health was not well. So this was announced to say just in. Petauke Central Member of Parliament, Honorable JJ Banda, has been admitted at Chipata Central Hospital after both his legs got paralyzed while in detention at Chipata Correctional Facility. Details later. So it's alleged to say JJ Banda is currently paralyzed in both legs whilst he was in detention. That's the news that came from the Eastern Province. And then Smart Eagles say Eastern Chiefs, mwana wanu wapakomo JJ Banda asafe muyangana. And then they say anonymous. So simply trying to encourage the Chiefs to intervene in JJ's situation there. And then Fred Membe also commented on the same situation. So he tagged the president, President Hakainde Hichilema. So Fred Membe says, Mr. Hichilema, why do you hate Emmanuel J. Banda this much? Surely, as a leader and an elder of the church, this is way too much vindictiveness. How can you preach? How can you punish a human being this much and sleep peacefully? He asks the president. We wish Emmanuel a heavenly quick recovery. He has been admitted to Chipata Central Hospital after both his legs got paralyzed while in detention at Chipata Correctional Facility. Zambians, wake up. This government in power came to destroy and not build the country. And then he signs it off, Fred Membe there. So as things stand, it's alleged JJ Banda is paralyzed on both his legs. The police have not issued a statement. It would have been good if they did earlier on, so the public has the other side of the story, because everyone is running with what is being circulated to say that's the situation of the Itaoka Member of Parliament. And then the PF posted this picture of the police in the wards carrying guns there, as you can see. So Patriotic fans say police at theater in Chipata District Hospital. Petauke Member of Parliament, Petauke, a Member of Parliament, Honorable Banda, is been taken to the theater for an emergency operation. So they allege he's even undergoing an operation over the same paralysis that he's experiencing in both his legs. That has not been confirmed or denied from the government side. No statement has come either from government's chief spokesperson nor from the police at this point. We wait and hear from that. No sooner was that announced, Musamba Barbara Chama, this is a Zambian based in the UK, I assume, but she's in the diaspora and she's a strong supporter of the UPND. But the past couple of days, she's been issuing statements that are more like jabbing at the UPND government. So one of the things she alleges this JJ Banda situation, she says, how these people find their way back in ruling parties beats me. UPND preparing for Petauke. There is no morality in politics. They are the same. So she said, Barbara Banda, Musamba Barbara Shama there, she alleges to say the UPND are trying to field Dora as the Petauke Member of Parliament in placement of JJ or the by-elections that are likely to take place in Petauke. The UPND is here to confirm that. And she's an insider. Probably she's got her sources. If you remember, this is the immediate past Member of Parliament of Petauke, the one that was beaten by JJ Banda, Dora. And immediately after the PF lost, she ditched the PF because she was in the PF Central Committee. Same thing before the PF, she was in the MMD, cabinet of Rupiah Banda. In fact, it's alleged to say Rupiah Banda is the one who even negotiated a deal for her to move into Edgar Lungu's cabinet. And now, from the look of things, according to Musamba, it's alleged to say now she's about to join the UPND as their candidate in Petauke. She might be still popular there if without opposition from JJ. That's if those by-elections take place. And Musamba alleges to say that's likely to be the UPND candidate. Dora Siliya is about to get back in active politics. Because right after they lost in 2021, I remember the PF issued an ultimatum to Dora Siliya to say, no, you've been missing central committee meetings. We're going to suspend you, or pretty much like, yeah, you should attend meetings. She simply said, my deal with the PF ended immediately we lost power. And she's been off politics since then. She's been doing some sort of podcast, or she's been in the media because she's a journalist professionally. She's been doing some media productions for Diamond TV, where she's talking to various individuals of interest. But now it seems like she's about to get back into active politics under the UPND ticket, contesting for the seat of JJ Banda in Petauke, where if those by-elections are to take place. And then Simon Moa says, Honorable Gary Nkombo warned cadres not to sell the car park space for the new Simon Moa market on Lumumba Road, but cadres have sold each meter for 4,000 kwacha. So my question is, where will customers park when the new market is open? When new market opens. So there's a market that has been named after Simon's dad, Simon Mwalen. So that's what he's referring to there. What is the President Hakainde Hichilema posted this? He says, we are honored to welcome His Excellency Evaristo or Veritas, President of the Republic of Burundi, and his delegation to Zambia. The Republic of Burundi and Zambia is Zambia's 8th plus 1 neighbor, is key export destination connected via maritime route through Lake Tanganyika. Our two countries enjoy warm relations and continue to strengthen our bilateral ties through high-level reciprocal visits by officials from both nations. His Excellency has graciously agreed to be the guest of honor at the 96th Agricultural and Commercial Show here in Lusaka. Welcome to Zambia, Your Excellency, and he signs it off, Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia. So Burundi's president is going to be the guest of honor at this year's show, which is taking place right now. It is opened. It should be running until Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So the entire weekend is going to be a show society weekend. And then Kalemba simply asks, what song introduced you to Matthew Ngosa? If you ever listened to his music, put it in the comment section there so that we know how we are remembering Matthew Ngosa, the legendary musician, was passed on. And that's a picture of him and the brother. So Matthew Ngosa is the one in the glasses, and the man on the left, that's Pastor BJ Ngosa, the man that put up the announcement of his death. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Inali kutali
Ndinali ndi machimo ndimtanda wa Yesu. Ndinali ndi machimo ndimtanda wa Yesu. Sopano ndaupeza moyo, 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 sopano ndaupeza moyo. Ndinali osoba ndimtanda wa Yesu. Ndinali osoba ndimtanda wa Yesu. Ndinali osoba ndimtanda wa Yesu. Sopano ndaupeza moyo, 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 sopano ndaupeza moyo.
Denali otawa abale yanga, sopano ndikufuna nyale yana buye na ipeza nyali yanu wambuye na sita zindiwelela nso. Dinali osowa abale nikutakataka nyale yana buye, sopano ndamupeza moyo wa moyo ya abale. Ndaupeza moyo, ndaupeza moyo, ndaupeza moyo, ndaupeza moyo, ndaupeza moyo, sopano ndaupeza moyo. Ndaupeza moyo, ndaupeza moyo, ndaupeza moyo, ndaupeza moyo, ndaupeza moyo, ndaupeza moyo, sopa